One thing I did not take enough advantage of here, that I most likely should have, is the fact that we can see gold. So Gozag actually told us right off the rip that this is where the final vault area would be, and I just kindly ignored that helpful hint. Because I am an absolute fool, of course, as most of you are probably well aware if you've been watching the channel for a while, of course. But not too shabby. Let's clear out the rest of the zone here. You son of a gun. Okay. Ooh, Earth Elementalist with a polearm. See, this Elementalist was thinking with portals there. +5 glaive, or +6 glaive even. With some bodies to soak up the change there. Pretty fantastic stuff. But you know, we did most likely take care of a decent selection of our new friends here. So I'm actually going to try and finish off the vault as best we can. Just retreating out the second we look to be in slightly worse than ideal shape. Master Archer friend, just kind of hoping to find you again. The +10 Quarterstaff Imp Bane, interesting. As well as a Fire Ring with Resist Poison. Probably just gonna leave you for now. Is that the Robe of Folly? It is the Robe of Folly. What fun. I just thought of something interesting about the Robe of Folly. Normally, I view this as a bit of a meme. You know, like there's not a heck of a lot to it. But increases the power of our spells, halves the cost. Is this just a half-cost dragon form in disguise? It gets melded into our body anyway, so we wouldn't actually have to deal with any of these egos as soon as we turn into our dragon self. Don't know if it's a good thought, but it's a thought for sure. I think I will pick you up. Just in case we decide to ham it up at any point in the run here. That could be a bit of an adventure. Elf Death Mage is nearby. Sorry, didn't see you there, my friend. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Not too shabby. Some evocables we don't need. Ooh, Ignite Poison. If you were a little earlier, I would be tempted. Helmet of the Blind Marksman. Cold Vulnerability, not great. Int +7. Pretty great. And I have good cold resistance. So that's gonna be a yes from me. And that actually brings everything to a pretty dang castable rate. I'm very tempted to explore our options once again here. Oh gosh, all of the gold has disappeared. You sons of guns. But there we go, we're almost back up to the 9k that we were seeing before we decided to spend on some less than ideal circumstances there, specifically those dang shops. But hey, they'll bode well for us in the future. You know, when we set up as the most prominent business gnoll on this side of the dungeon, the more the merrier. And in fact, the mere fact that we're not buying out our own stock, that's just good practice when it comes to the business, you know? We gotta make sure it's available for all the other explorers that will eventually be making their way down this direction. Ooh, there's that Master Archer. You know, I thought we might have left a friend somewhere about the level. Fantastic. Okie dokes, though. Got some blink scrolls from this entire endeavor. That's wonderful. A couple treasures here or there, nothing too incredible, but it still works out for us in the long run. And let's do a quick check on this. 34% power on dragon form. Goes up to 52%. 69% on statue form is very nice. And just to be clear, I turn into a dragon, and I no longer am wearing any armor. I do have cold vulnerability right now, so it does kind of insinuate that I need to be wearing this wizardry ring. So I could go back to losing all my AC for decent powered manifold assault. It's a strategy, alright. That drain form lasting a lot longer now. Maybe something for the future. Again, if we're really feeling like moving it up, maybe if we save Crypt until quite a ways down the road, so by the time we go that direction, we're overpowered as all get up and can just sprint our way through without a care in the world. Could be fun. Could be interesting. But that time is still a bit off here, so for the moment, let's decide on what we wish to do next. Potentially, it's looking like a trip to the Abyss. I guess I could do slime. Try and get some electricity resistance. There's no electricity in slime, so there is that. Have half decent spells for dealing with everyone down there as well. Is there anything else we could add into the oeuvre here to help us out? Spellforge Servitor, I guess. Is it time? Pair that up with, I would guess Iron Shot. Could do Orb of Destruction. But we've seen what kind of hijinks result from that, usually taking a couple of our own destruction orbs to the face, or rather that of our best spellforged friend. Regardless, let's learn you. And yeah, let's go Iron Shot. Could be fun. Could be a good time. And then we'll also temporarily put Spellforge Servitor into that coveted macro spot instead of statue form. We shouldn't need statue form, not where we're going. And the pits of slime themselves. No time like the present. Definitely haven't played a caster or like a hybrid character quite to this extent before, so I am very much looking forward to that. I was hoping for a few more Iron Shots. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Put your back into it. Perfect. There's our stairwell down. Hey, Crackety Jones. Yes, the Gnoll power rises. Guess that does fit very well with what we were just talking about in terms of the hybrid characters here. It's hard to get more hybrid than a Gnoll, so I guess it all kind of makes sense at the end of the day here. You know what, let's see, can you solo a few slimy boys? Not so much? I mean, maybe if I'd let you do it, but unfortunately, progress must be made. And let's just keep heading down. Our system partially rejects the effects of healing potions. What fun. What excitement. Does potentially give us an excuse to finally try and reroll our mutations. Hope that we get rid of frailty as well as our stupidity, because that extra bit of health and that extra bit of intelligence will both go a decent ways on our way down. What am I checking for before we head into slime? So I think we have most of the stuff we need at our disposal. Whether that be going for like an immolation style plan, we have good fire resistance, plenty of scrolls, lots of good stuff there. We have javelins to kind of pair with that. Of course, condenser vein should do good work with our 16.5 evocations, almost to 17. We'll get there one day. I mean, Tremor Stone's also pretty nice. So I think we're not looking for much, and we're just happy to go for it here. Famous last words and all of that. But am I ready? This is the time to shine here. Let's do the usual check. And I mean, I still do this out of habit because this is kind of my personal strategy for slime historically. I don't know why I still do it, because it seems like every single time I do, I end up just waking the royal jelly and fighting them unexpectedly anyway. Ooh. Also, real fun to miscast a summoning at a crucial moment. Let's not do that. Oh, I did just remember what I had meant to do before coming in down this way, and that was to potentially get rid of these bad boys. I mean, sure, there could be more shining eyes down here, but we have a few potions, 13 potions of mutation. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? Feel robust, feel clever, and magical link to the wands of the dungeon. Potions being less effective is still not ideal, but I think I kind of have to be happy with that. Let's see if we get any more mutations as we finish off the rest of slime, the last little bit. And then that could potentially inform our decisions moving forward. Spellforge Servitor, go Gadget. Okay, you did your best, son. Nice try out there. You'll get him next time. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Otherwise, though, let's just mulch our way through all these sons of guns. I mean, pretty solid damage, all things considered. Even the rock slime's not the end of the world. Do I try and fight here, or do I just say this is not a stairwell for us? Yeah, let's try and clear it. The more kind of pseudo-safety approaches we have for the future, the better. Did just become stupid again, so that's lovely. Thanks. Oh my gosh, you're not even a real shiny knight, you son of a gun. Well, that brain definitely deserves a quick and sure demise by our hand. Come on, Spellforge Servitor, I believe in you. Heck yeah, buddy. Great work, kiddo. Keep it up. Okay, and with that, we should have relative safety at our behest for the future. And in fact, we'll kind of let our Spellforge Servitor get a bit of legwork in while we retreat back to our stairwell, and that should be just about perfect for us. Not too shabby. Still no royal jelly, so we're apparently not raising the roof too much at the moment, which is shocking to me. Again, every single time I've been through slime as of late, I've felt like that has not been the case, but I'll take it. That is fantastic. We do end up with this pretty wonderful little entrance zone. And yeah, what is it, Mr. Message meant seeing all the skills leveled up is pretty nutty, isn't it wild? Especially at this stage in the game, like we don't even have our 3rd rune yet, and we're crawling up there at rapid speeds for sure. I mean, if you've ever thought about playing a Mega Ziggurat character, you'll see this on any species, which is always pretty wild. When you get to the point where you've trained every useful skill you could possibly think of on your demon spawn, and so you just start throwing everything on there for funsies, it's a pretty wild experience the first time around for sure. Okay, you know what? Let's just reset. That did not work quite as we intended. Please no royal jelly. Not quite yet, my friend. Oh geez. Itchy very tip of my nose. But okay. This is a half decent spot to do this shebang. I kind of want to keep all my javelins, so I'm tempted to throw some other spells at the problem. Any last minute things? I guess Starburst we could learn, but then you have to hope for that perfect alignment, which we don't really have in our current little corridor that we're approaching here. Would be nice to have Ignition, but that is still a ways off. I'm guessing it could be castable if we strip down all of our armor and went pure caster build. But that is just fine. Of course, another option that we could always do here if we so desired would be to run, and I'm assuming that I've left a scroll of noise or two lying about the dungeon. Could be wrong. Royal Jelly, are we gonna do it? If everyone else is gonna wake up, let's just take all you kiddos on a bit of a field trip here, shall we? This time? Oh no, okay, but Shining Eye, once again. Woke up but did not see me. I was kind of hoping they would, You know what? I'll meet you at the other exit. Sounds good. As we feel stupid once again here, and then what did I get? Do not regenerate when monsters are visible? That is terrible, considering the fact that we're thinking of going into the abyss, and then I get frail again. Oh, these Shining Eyes do have a sense of humor. Who knew? Okay, there we go. So now I've garnered your attention, my friend. I guess I could join my my buddy in some iron shotting. but I'm tempted. Let's just light it up, shall we? Oh, this is gonna go so poorly. Condenser vein, give me the goods. Negative energy, okie dokes. I think that's actually okay. I'll take it. I did realize, or rather I didn't realize, but somebody in the comments kindly let me know that on one of our previous runs, specifically Troglodyte, I thought that we got negative energy clouds and I was complaining about it. Turns out they were in fact storm clouds. But there we go. The royal jelly is down and out for the count. I guess I could just leave, but I'm tempted to start blasting. All of you kiddos should be fairly reasonable to deal with until we go into the red, and then I will change my mind on a dime and just get the heck out of Dodge. Just like we drew up in the planning phase. Perfect. Spellport Servitor, are you helping, friend? Not a lot, at least. I guess you're doing your best out there. I apologize. Apologize profusely for disregarding everything you bring to the team and the table. That is very rude of me. But there we go, folks. Managed to take care of the royal jelly. Only slightly terrifying. Oh, and a few more mutations coming our way. Bit of malformation. Some more stats being reduced. You know, all the best things. Wizardry, no thank you, friend. Also one hat. I'll also probably find... Oh, right, manuals are actually wonderful. That'll bring our fighting up to a pretty solid level. Ring of the Everdark, no thank you, even though it has a wonderful name. There's that rune. Manual of Armor is also fantastic for this kind of pseudo hybrid approach that we're aiming for here. Willpower, resist corrosion, and strength. Not ideal. So let's just run around telling our person to ignore things. Perfect. Everdark, no thanks. And that should be just about it. Oh, I didn't even notice that Snakebite was here. Oh, I love Unrand Arts. So fun and thematic. Kirari themed poison weapon, incredible stuff. But with that, we are finished up with Slime, third rune under our belt, feeling pretty alright. A few more mutations than I would have liked, to be fair, to be completely honest with you, but all things considered, not the end of the world, and we did survive, so that's the, that's the big major feature of any successful branch traversal. And with that, I'm assuming to myself that Abyss is going to be that there next. Let's potentially go check out where the gateway is for our one-way, hopefully not one-way trip, actually. Let's not speak that into existence anytime soon. So if we wish to go down here, magic mapping can definitely hit the floor for now. Kirari's probably not going to help us out a lot. Robe of Folly, let's not do any too silly shenanigans while we're down there. Only the appropriate amount of silliness. And do you know what? Let's roll that dice again here, shall we? We do get regeneration back, which was one of my big things for going into the Abyss. Sorry, got distracted by the fact that potions cannot restore your health. That's not great. Body shape is normal again. We got rid of everything except for that. So no healing potions. We're vine stalking over here, apparently. What you drinking, homie? I'm currently drinking a wonderful beer called Jerkface 9000. Which every time I think of the name, the dumbest joke comes to my head. That being, hopefully, or that they say, you are what you eat. Hopefully you aren't what you drink. again, I apologize for even speaking it into existence. You could have all lived your life in peaceful harmony without that nugget sitting in there, but welcome to my brain, I guess. Do I bother? Was that jerk? I'm sorry. Oh gosh, it's true. Turns out even just sharing the joke with others, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You've actually had to refresh the stream and missed whatever nugget. Well, I will spare you the details of it, Manikiri. Or Manikiru. Just be glad. Tell your children that you survived the fateful day. This April 2nd, 2023, you survived the terrible sense of humor trauma. I'm trying to remember if this affects Gozag. You survived the dreaded nugget, exactly. I feel like Gozag might supersede this, but I don't know if that's true. I'm thinking more so of mummies who can't drink potions, except magical potions are okay. You're still recovering, Jazzy. You know, I think it might be a generational thing. There might be multitudes of children, maybe even grandchildren, still dealing with the fallout of the dreaded nugget. You know what? Let's drink one more. When in doubt, just keep chugging. Feel resistant to poison? Oh my gosh. Okay, that was the right answer. Now I'm poison resistant and can drink potions again for healing. Hurrah! But okie dokes, with that out of the way, I think we're ready to head down. No time like the present. Welcome to the Abyss. Only the finest dining available here on this side of, I was gonna say hell, that's not a thing, and then my brain went to pandemonium, but that's also just a different thing. But oh my gosh, we're already at Abyss 3, so heck of a lot quicker descent than our last attempt was on Troglodyte. I'll take it. Now let's just hope that managed to survive the journey, shall we? Hoping that any second now we'll just see that rune pop into existence in our relatively close by vicinity here. I mean, we are getting effectively infinite money traipsing about here, so there is that to contend with. That's quite lovely. One thing I could also potentially do here if I really wanted to min-max is instead of picking up gold stacks, we could actually use apportation to just zip them up. Looking at the wiki, mutation potions are very nice. As in, like, good, or as in, are they kind? Are they more likely good than not? I've definitely felt the opposite before, where I just keep chugging them and it just keeps getting worse. Body twists and deforms. Thanks to Coxac, you son of a gun. Oh, these fools. They're far more likely good than not. It does make sense. I feel like that might have not always been the case, though I'm also, now that I think back to it, I am kind of thinking about when there were potions of good mutation and potions of bad mutation, but that's a long way back in the game's development. Okay, if everyone could kindly just get murderated here. I was hoping to just pick up all my treasure. There we go. Thank you. Gozag appreciates your patience. And we can do a bit of a cycle here. Let's head out, head back in. Third time's the charm. No rune immediately in sight, but that doesn't mean it's not nearby here. In fact, let's maybe just pick a direction. Pick an eye, babe. Apocalypse crab. Today we are canceling the apocalypse. So let's just move past that. And that is unfortunately a dead end. Oh my gosh, these sons of guns are a pain in the rear. As I take a bit more damage than otherwise planned for, at the very least we have the regen to very quickly recover ourselves and just keep it rolling here. Potions and mutation first remove 2 to 3, and then they add 1 to 3 random ones, each with 60% chance of being good, then have a 50% chance to add 1 good mutation. Oh, that is way better than I thought. Have I just been wrong all this time, or was there a change, not even necessarily that recently, but in the last, like, 4 patches? Something like that? Regardless, that's awesome. Maybe I should chug those bad boys a little more often. I guess the removal doesn't really care if it's good or bad stuff, so in that vein, once you have good mutations, usually is a good idea to just chill out. But getting that good mutation is definitely more likely than I initially assumed, so that is pretty fantastic stuff.